Hi, it's Danny and welcome to the Bridport Show and Shine, hosted by the Lions Club of Tasmania. We're pretty close to the famous Barnbougle Golf Club and also the Blue Mountain Derby trails where all the mountain bikers go. So if you're planning a holiday, I suggest Bridport is the place to stay because so many people in Tasmania just love coming here. Well, it's a brand new decade, and years ago when we were driving around in cars like this, which was like back in the 50s and 60s, we thought in 2020 we'd be like the Jetsons and flying around in spaceships, but we're not. We're recreating rat rods and growing mullets. Yes, I don't know about that one. Well, we're expecting about 220 cars here today at the Bridport Show and Shine. It's time to take a look. I say, Peter, there's some handsome looking gentlemen about and you're one of them. You're all done up to the nines here with your American theme here. Reason being because you've got an awesome Cadillac here today which was featured in the opening credits of this YouTube clip. Now, how long have you had this for, Peter?
I've had this car about 5 years, which I've got other friends that's helped me totally restore it. We got it direct from America.
Oh, awesome.
And brought it back and we had all the paintwork done here, most of the chrome. The engine was running good, so we didn't have a lot to do with that.
It's an absolute credit to you because it's a beautiful looking machine. It's a bit of a head turner here at the Bridport Show and Shine as well. What made you get a Cadillac?
I've always liked, I'm a bit of a chrome man.
Yeah.
And Cadillac has always
Aren't we all though? I love a bit of
chrome.
I love the chrome. But unfortunately, at this in modern era at the moment, we're sort of stripping away that chrome a bit at the moment.
Exactly. Most cars hardly have any chrome on these days, and each car looks the same. Like the Cadillac stands out. I mean, my wife hates it because she feels like she's a goldfish in a bowl.
You would do. But what a great reminder of the era, and you've highlighted that with you know, the side tray and that, which you get at a drive-in and all that. It's just one of those classic vehicles that just takes you back in time. You can stand there and look at it for hours, in fact, couldn't you, really?
Well, last year I wanted to know what the Cadillac done in real life.
Yeah.
So I went over to America and actually did Route 66.
Right, yeah.
Not in the Cadillac, but it showed me how that car performed on the roads that were around in those days.
Yeah. So it'd have to have a sound system in it, Peter, wouldn't it?
Oh yes, and I've got Elvis with all the music going.
You're playing Elvis? Oh, naturally. How good that! I could just see you cruising down the highway with Elvis just pumping out. That'd be just fantastic.
Oh, exactly. And I've got the music on there now playing Elvis. So yeah, so it's really
Peter,
good.
You've got a couple of cars here to show at the Bridport Show and Shine, and we all appreciate you bringing it along to show the general public because it's an absolute beautiful car. It's a credit to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Brad's got an awesome car here today. It's an XP Falcon. Is this an Australian one or is it an American? Looks a bit American to me.
Australian.
Australian, is it?
Yeah.
It's confusing because the grille usually are different between American and Australian. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. How'd you obtain this one, mate?
Dad found it down in the Sprayton way.
Oh, okay. Tassie car.
Yeah.
How good's that?
And Futura as well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Well, it's a credit to you guys because this is an immaculate car and it's been done so well.
Yep.
So what do you call this colour? What's the actual colour?
So it's just a standard Mazda colour.
Oh, a Mazda, Mazda colour on the Ford. We can't have that. What's going on there? Yeah. So how long did the restoration process take?
About 4 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A really good job. And done locally here, not outsourced under the mainland?
We done it all ourselves.
Yeah.
I painted it.
Yeah.
Dad done all mechanical, and we just had the upholstery done by one of Dad's mates. So,
you love your cars, Brad, because, and the family does. You've got a
Yeah.
couple here, of course.
Yep.
I featured the yellow XP Ute at the Devonport car show.
Yeah.
So you're one of those people that got a garage just full of cars, absolutely full of cars. You're always tinkering around with them.
Yep.
That's good fun, isn't it?
We got 2 more on the way. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's going to bring them all down to these car shows?
Not sure.
You don't know. Albert, a pretty special car here, mate. This is the upper class version of a Mustang, and it's a 2014 GT500 Super Snake Shelby Cobra. Is that right? What a mouthful!
That's about it. Yes.
Yeah. Where'd you get this?
Originally, my son bought it in Brisbane.
Yeah. Couldn't afford the repayment, so you took over.
No, well, we won't talk about that side of it. No, but no, originally my son Nigel had it.
Yes.
And always with the condition that I'd buy it off him.
Yeah,
if
okay.
He ever want to sell it.
Yeah.
Well, this day he said he wanted to sell it, so I said, right, I'll come and pick it up.
Yeah, and you love it?
Oh, mate.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car, isn't it?
It's one of those cars that you either love or hate.
So this was all converted, modified here in Australia, was it?
Yeah, by Craig Dean in Melbourne.
Okay, yes,
Craig,
yeah.
Nigel bought the car off Craig originally.
Yeah.
And then he gave it back to Craig to make the modifications to the Shelby.
Yep.
And this was the first one that, I believe, this is the first one Craig done.
Okay,
It's actually got the 01 serial number on it.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
The size of the back wheels on this are amazing, so they are absolutely huge.
They're like truck tires.
Yeah, and the spoiler kit around it, that just really makes it look tough, doesn't it?
You've got to be careful that, and with the spoiler kit on the front, it's really, really, all driveways, you go crossways on them.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. And
really
they're carbon
cautious.
fibre, are they?
They are,
Yeah.
they are.
This is done really well, isn't it, Al?
It is, Craig.
Yeah.
This one was, they've done a top job of it. And
So what is that engine? I see some.
It's a five.
It looks like a toaster on the top, but it isn't actually a toaster, is it?
No, it's not. It's a pretty good supercharger.
Yeah, yeah.
My word, it is. But it's 850 horsepower.
Yeah,
that's what it produces.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
You just can't get it on the ground.
It's a great car, and I know you enjoy it. So many
mate.
people have been talking about it today.
Love it.
Thank you so much for bringing it along today.
Not a problem. You'll see it again.
This is a really cool car. Bruce has brought along today a 32 Ford Coupe convertible. Amazing looking car. How long have you had it for, mate?
Probably about 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So originally where'd it come from?
Queensland.
Yeah, okay.
North Queensland. So I've done quite a lot of work to it.
Yeah.
But, since I had it, but yeah, it come from Mackay.
Just looking at it, like I was saying, it was raised up a bit in the rear end of it. What's it like to drive to actually sit in it? Does it feel like that you got your tail up in the air?
No,
or whatever?
it doesn't actually. It feels fairly level when you're driving, and it handles really well.
Yeah,
so,
it's got a thumping V8 in front of it. What size is that?
A 5 litre Ford.
Yeah, okay.
So the old 302.
And gearbox?
C4.
C4 gearbox in the diff?
And a 9-inch G4.
So what's it like with the legs on the highway? Is it good? Cruising along all right?
Yeah. It's a 3-speed, and cruises no problem.
And you like to give it a bit of a squirt every now and again?
Yeah,
we won't tell the police about that, we'll just say.
No,
so where'd your passion for like a 32 Ford come from?
Look, I've had them since a child.
Yeah.
And I sat in one probably when I was about 13 years old.
Yeah.
And decided then I was going to have one.
And you got the bug for it?
Yeah, got the bug for it.
So do you like coming to these events, mate? Do you
love it.
Come to a lot of them?
Yeah. I'm in the local club.
Well, it's a great community thing, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic.
We were talking about the disability sector. Unfortunately, they don't get to come to a lot of these events, which is half the reason that I actually do these YouTube videos.
Yes.
And it's great with people like yourself.
Yes.
You offer your car every now and again to go for a bit of a ride. Which is great.
Use as much as we can.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit cold in the winter.
Yeah, but you don't want to sit in the shed, do you?
No.
I mean, that's the last place you want it.
The idea is to get the wheels and drive the wheels off.
Well, thank you so much for bringing it along today, mate. Really appreciate it. It's a ripper. I'd love to go for a ride in it one day. It'd be awesome.
No problem at all. And we'll be at the car show next week.
Excellent. I've been trying to catch up with Ian over the last couple of car shows I've done. This is a great little car, 1966 Ford Anglia, and I've just had a sneak peek of his photo album from when this car was originally started as a project, and by the looks of it, it had done 20 laps around Carrick Speedway, sat in a paddock for about 30 years, And this guy has just built it from the ground up. In fact, he's taken more parts out of it than I think he's put back into it. Ian, it's a credit to you, this car, mate. When did the love of Ford Anglia start for you?
I've had 11 in my lifetime.
Yeah, okay. Great little car, aren't they?
Yeah, there's nothing looked like them before or since.
No.
And even today they still look a modern car.
And they used to go like the clappers when
Well,
they
they
were
were the
tuned
first-
upright, weren't they?
The first Ford with a 4-speed gearbox.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they started to race them in Europe,
Yeah,
then Australia and everywhere else, because they'd rev all day.
yeah.
In today's standards, no, like
No.
the more modern car revs a bit harder than what these did, but they...
But it outlasts the new engines because, I mean, it was simplistic.
Well, that's
Where
right.
you don't like, you just work on them. And,
That's
yeah.
right.
So how long did this restoration take for you?
19 months.
19.
But I collected,
incredible.
I got it in 2003. I had it for all those years,
Yeah.
and in 2016 I started to build it. Because
Yeah, okay.
I collected parts,
Yeah.
because I knew what I wanted, and that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
You must have spent a lot of time in the shed. Because,
daylight till dark.
yeah, look, do yourself a favour, if you ever have a car show, ask Ian to have a look at his photo album because it'll blow you away, the amount of work that Ian's put into this. It's a total credit to you, Ian, and thanks for bringing along today. It's just awesome.
No, it's good. As I said, I just... My first car was Anglia,
Yeah.
and I said my last car will be one.
Oh, yeah, your last one. You got the T-shirt as well, so you're right into the groove today. Do you love coming along to car shows?
Yeah, I go to pretty well all of them, yeah.
It's a good little community get-together, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know?
it is. I mean, whether you like them or hate them, there's
Yeah.
always something there that's different to anybody else. And
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
I really love these cars. Shane here's got a 1976 SS Tirana. I love them. The old Tory, mate. V8 as well. So you used to do blockies in town in them, picking up the chicks.
Oh, I don't know, yeah, doing
Eh?
the blockies and things like that.
Had the hair a little bit longer and was
Yeah.
flowing out the window.
Arm out the window, listening
Eh?
to the noise. Yeah,
Well,
so-
what a tough car they are, though. You can't beat these. You know, like when people see a decent Tirana done and kept well, there's just nothing like it, really.
That's
is
right,
it?
especially these model ones, but an SS, and
Yeah.
they got the different shape with the hatchback and that.
Yeah, and they've got all the
Bolt-ons,
bolt-ons and everything like that.
Yeah.
And just their sound, that Holden V8 sound is just a really classic sound, isn't it?
It is.
So you did a resto on this probably, what, 15, 20
15,
years ago?
18 years ago,
Yeah, okay.
completely pulled it down to
Yeah.
there and then just completely built it back up again.
So this engine, is this the original engine this came
No,
out
it's not
and
the
rebuilt?
original one. It is a original red 308 engine,
Yep.
but it's actually got a stroker kit in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 355 stroker
Yeah.
and plus a fuel injection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She gets up and goes.
It does go well. But
So do you get it out very often? You know,
no, not a real lot. Take it to a few weddings and things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
but
You told
go
me
for
you
a
did a wedding.
Take my kids for a bit of a cruise
Yeah.
and that every now and then. But
It's good. It's a good community thing, isn't it, mate?
oh, it's a great community thing.
Yeah.
It's good, just to reminisce a bit and go.
Oh, yeah.
See what it used to be
We were
like.
talking about being lads and some of the things we got up to
Yeah.
back there, in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
The things you got away with,
That's
though,
right,
Shane,
you
was just
did.
unbelievable, wasn't
You
it?
did.
The hard part now, Shane, is when you got kids of your own
Yep.
and you tell them, don't do the things that Dad used to do.
Yeah. And when they come for a ride and they say, "Dad, can you do a wheelie?" and you
Yeah.
go,
No,
"No,"
that's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, that's you're breaking the law.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go back inside and they hear you go up around the corner next minute, you drop the clutch and away you go.
That's it, and they go, "Right, Dad." Yeah.
Kel's got a 1962 EK Holden Ute here. He's got all prepared. He's taken his jacket off and he's rolled his sleeves up a little bit so he looks good for the ladies.
Yeah.
You've had this a long time, this car, have you?
I've had this one for 30 years.
Yeah,
I,
okay.
had a collection of them. I started off when I was 16 with an FJ.
Yeah,
and then
okay.
A couple of beautiful EK sedans.
Cool.
Went up to the GDS Monaro.
Yeah.
Wife said I had to sell it because it's a two-door.
Yeah, and I bet you give it away.
Two-door with kids, yeah, $8,000.
Ah, what?
Yeah, so
That's crazy. My brother-in-law had one of these utes, and we went and got a big load of wood in it one day, and the thing snapped in half. Do you reckon this thing could snap?
No, never.
No, never?
No.
You've rebuilt it underneath as well?
Rebuilt it underneath. I've done everything to it.
Was that a weak point with those utes, was it? Or was it
rust.
Yeah, that's what yeah, good old rust. Like the Navaras that they have now, the four-wheel drives, they snap.
I wouldn't be lying, I put a 44 gallon jumbo fish oil through this.
Yeah, okay.
Years ago, took all the panels off.
And you believe in that stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm a great believer in it.
Yeah.
And looking after it.
Yeah. Now, 186 engine in this one?
186,
Yeah.
bought it to 192.
Awesome.
Yellow tour head.
Yeah.
It's got the 186S carby on it.
What about the gearbox?
Super 5-speed I put in it.
Excellent. Yes.
Soundproofed all the floors.
Still a bit of Jap crap in there.
Yeah. It goes well.
Yeah, you enjoy taking it out?
Love it.
Yeah.
I've got another friend with HR next door and we go to all the car shows and a bit of fun.
It's got a stereo in it?
Yeah, it's got a stereo, big speakers in the back.
Alright, so when you're cruising along, what do you like to listen to?
ABBA.
Bit of ABBA! Look at it, the Super Trooper, right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, make sure you do yourself a favour and book yourself into the Bridport Caravan Park. Like I said, here on the northeast of Tasmania, you got the Barnbougle Golf just over the road and also the Blue Mountain Derby Trails if you're into mountain biking. You won't be disappointed. Also, book it in for this time next year because the Bridport Show and Shine will return. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and stick around. I've got some more great videos for you to watch up next. See you later.